Yo, it's your boy Tense Magic with another YouTube video, and by the title of this video, it does look a little bit serious. I'm talking about dedication and motivation, and this is a topic that I really like to stress out to my new players or to people that want to know more about competitive or anything in general. If you're looking for to do a sport, if you're looking to do any activity, anything, I ask them, do you have the motivation, dedication to go through it? And there's a lot of people who tell me, oh, I just want to try it and, see how it goes. And that's perfectly fine, I always understand, it's just trying it and just seeing if you like it or not. But if you really want to pursue, I see some people pursuing things that they don't have dedication, motivation for it. And I know some pro players, I'm not trying to rag on anybody, but there's some pro players that don't have dedication and motivation to do it anymore. And it's just, you can just tell it from their live streams, from their YouTube videos, that they have no motivation about it. They have no dedication as they used to. Maybe they did because now they play at a competitive or professional level, but now it doesn't seem like they have it anymore. But that's some of them. I'm not saying all of them. I'm not trying to bag on any professional player because they've all done their dues. They've all grinded the game for hours and hours of end. And, I'm just, a semi-pro talking shit about the pros, but I'm just speaking out the truth. And anybody who watches any, pro can tell, hey, look, he's faking it. He's not dedicated anymore, but he still plays the game. But other than that, motivation and dedication. Every time I form a team, I love having teammates with motivation and dedication, because a team that has motivation and dedication is going to get far in competitive. For example, if you have a team that is not motivated or dedicated, you're not going to get far. You need to find and surround yourself around players that you know that you're going to be successful and dedicated, and they're all going to be putting 100% effort in. You can't just be having a teammate doing, 90% of the effort and you're doing 110% of it for the makeup. You all need to put the same amount of effort. And I stress this enough, this is not going to happen unless you have dedicated and motivated players. My team, I could just talk about them for days. They have the most dedicated and the most motivated personalities I've ever seen on this game, ever. We would be going up another team, and the hype of every single game is just incredible. And I'm just so happy to have a team like this right now, and it's unfortunate because some people don't have a team that's motivated or dedicated, and it's just that person who is, and it's frustrating. I understand it's stressful. Trust me, I went through it, and back in Black Ops 2 and back in Part of Ghost, I went through it, and it's completely terrible, and I understand what it is, but you have to understand, you have to move on from them. Even though you're in real life friends. I did have in real life friends, and we didn't get far. We didn't get far just because they would fool around. They didn't take it seriously like I would, and we would just fail. And you need to surround yourself with people who do take it seriously, who have the same motives and the same, dreams as you. And that's how you're going to get far in this industry. You can't just, you can't expect to be a doctor and work at a McDonald's taking advice from a McDonald's person, right? Like an employee from them. I'm not bagging on anybody who works at McDonald's. It's just something to compare it with. It's something like that. If you want to move forward, you need to expand yourself, overextend it, if you will, and try to find, people who will make your life better. It took me a while. It took me a while to figure out that I'm gonna need to see players, find other players that are dedicated and motivated like me. It took me a while, and thank God one of my friends, in real life friends, actually two of them, they both were motivated and both were dedicated. Just one of them plays more often than the other. And we formed a team, and that's how I became so successful. Yes, of course, there has to be a strong leader, and I'm not saying that I'm the strongest leader out there, of the team, but I am a strong leader, and I'm saying that because it just shows, throughout my teams how successful we are and how much we win. But just because I'm a leader doesn't mean that I put all the work into the team. I don't put all of it. I put maybe as much as the other people on the team do. Maybe I do a little bit more because of the YouTube videos and all the other stuff I'm doing, but as a team, as when we play in matches, we all do the same amount of work, the same amount of stuff we have to get done, and we all, pretty much just benefit from each other, and that's what I love. We have a teammate on the team, on the roster, and he just gets hyped about everything. He'll get a two-piece, or he'll knock some guy off the hill on hardpoint, and he'll completely go off and say, oh God, let's go, and stuff like that, even though it wasn't that big of a kill. even though it wasn't that big of a play, he would just get hype, and that's what a team needs. You know, just have a person who's hyped, like a Clayster, for example, for Optic Gaming. You know, believe it or not, they won the X Games, and I think a main key of it is because of their skill, but Clayster's motivation and his hype. And you know, that's another thing, hype. You need to have hype in your matches. You can't go in there fucking dry as fuck, you know, with a dry dick and experience, you know, think you're gonna win anything. No, you're not. You're fucking retarded. I'm sorry, but you have to have hype, and you have to, you know, know what you're gonna do, and you know, it's just I'm not being mean. I'm just speaking the truth, because the competitive scene is really hard, and I'm trying to be nice as I can, because in the competitive scene it is hard. There's a lot of hard heads. There's a lot of, you know, people who think they're better than other people when they're not. There's, you know, cocky players. There's teams that think they're top shit when they're not. And, you know, there's overall people who just ride on the dick and get all the way to the top and pretty much just use people, you know, for fame. You know, aka Pomage. But he's not in competitive roster. But I'm not meaning to bag on Pomage or anything. I'm just saying, for example, and that's the first person who comes up in mind is Pomage riding dick all the way up to the top. But, other than that, you know, competitive scene is really hard. It's really tough, and I'm trying to kind of be sweet about it. But competitive is not that nice. You know, you'll go against players who think they're better than you. You want to make a team with them? Nope, they think they're better than you, and they don't think you'll make a good team with them. You know, it's a bunch of, you know, friendships ruining. For lots of friendships die in competitive. I'm just telling you right now. In any competitive sport, you'll lose some friends, you know, like if it's a competition with each other, but if it's on the same team, nah. But dedication, motivation applies for everything, you know, work, a job that you're doing, you know, work in school, you know, a sport, an activity that you're trying to do. And, you know, that's what I love about motivation, dedication. The topic of it is just so universal that you can just apply it to anything you do, you know, and it's just perfect. So motivation, dedication, back to the topic, or back to it, you know, think about it. You want to join this competitive thing, right? This is the video I always do right before I start this huge series of just, you know, strats, plays, and this and that, because I want you to let you know, are you guys dedicated and motivated where you are going to take my tips, all of the things I'm going to say to you, and implement into your game and become better, you know? I believe in every single one of you. Every single one who watches this video, I believe in. I believe every single one. You know why? Because I was the lowest of the low, okay? I was the lowest of the low in this competitive scene. I was the lowest of the low. I was at like a .50 KD back in Black Ops 1. I was the lowest of the low, and look where I'm at now. You know, holding multiple gold trophies and multiple silver trophies, and I'm pretty much gonna be on main stage here pretty soon. I'm a semi-pro, and you know, I started from the low of the low, and I know with dedication, motivation, which I had, is gonna get you so far. So I'm asking you guys a couple questions. You know, do you want to do this? That's the number one question. Do you want to do the competitive thing? Yes or no? You know, think about it. And do you have the dedication, the hours that you're gonna put in this competitive, you know, gaming or hobby? Do you have the dedication, the motivation to go through it? That's something to think about. It. Until then, till my next video, stay frosty.